The days are flying by as summer fast approaches, and the clock is ticking for me to turn the starting bankroll of 2K all the way into $10,000 so that I could accomplish my goal of playing on a poker live stream this summer. So far in the challenge, we've enjoyed some early success. We've run up our starting bankroll up to $2,746. So far, so good, but we still have some serious work to do. This is the 2K to 10K Bankroll Challenge, episode number 3. Like a lot of poker players, I mix between playing in cash games and playing in multi-table tournaments. This week, tried to find a good balance, so we split it up into 2 parts. Part 1, we'll be going over cash game sessions I played. We took the trip up to Chaser's Poker Room, probably my favorite ever card room I played in. Bought in for $500 to the 1-3 game, and it's a lot of action. You could see the player 2 seats to my left had over 2,500 in front of him at one point, so pretty action game, but unfortunately we couldn't get a lot going.
All right, leaving Chasers, probably the worst session I've had in a while, just in terms of being card dead and not picking up any hands. I kid you not, I played from 7 to 1 a.m. That is, 6 hours almost, a little bit less than 6 hours. I didn't make a hand better than 2 pair. That's serious. So no straights, no flushes, no full houses, no sets. I only had 2 pair twice. Lost a bunch of 3-bet pots. Just not making any hands, and it's a really frustrating one. So not obviously ideal when we're trying to move the challenge in the other direction. So I think these are going to happen. I still think I played well. I made a couple big folds in spots that I definitely could have lost some more money in. Overall, kind of happy with the way I played. It is what it is. You're going to have nights like this. Just really, just tough, just feels heavy and annoying. But proud of myself. Didn't really go on tilt. Wasn't really spewy. Just a tough session. Things aren't going my way, but there will be more. Life's one big long session, so it's what it is. So part 1's not ideal. Our starting bankroll of 2746 has shrunk down to 2246 as we approach the weekend. Good morning. It's 5 a.m. Actually, it's not even 5 a.m. yet. We're up so early because we will be driving down today to Atlantic City in order to partake in the Borgatta Spring Poker Open. There's a tournament I'll be firing and probably play some cash after. So let's go do it. Good luck us. Let's bink it and end the challenge.
Yo, JQ started vlogging. Let's go. Look at him. Look at him. Yo.
You can hear there's a lot of excitement going down, and why wouldn't there be? We're about to fire in a massive tournament. It's a $100,000 guaranteed prize pool, and spoiler alert, we smashed the prize pool of over $275,000. But before we register for the tournament, let's stop in and get some breakfast. It's a very strong looking plate there, and an even stronger looking bite of that burrito. Hoping we can have some luck today as we walk into probably one of the nicer poker tournament venues I've ever been in at the Borgatta. We sit down and get our starting stack of 25,000 chips. Blind start at 100. Let's go bink it. Good luck us. I don't really get involved in the first level, but that's all gonna change when in level 2, playing 200, 300 blinds, we pick up pocket aces in the small blind. There is an under the gun and low jack limp. The hijack makes it 1,500. The cutoff's gonna call. We of course 3-bet. I absolutely hate this size, 6,500, because I didn't realize the low jack only had 9,500, which means his jam doesn't reopen the action. When the hijack calls, we can only call. We're going 3 ways to a flop, out of position, which comes 8-4 deuce, all clubs. I hate it. I don't have the ace of clubs. I bet super small. Very luckily, the hijack says he doesn't have a club and folds. We're up against pocket jacks. Let's go to a run out. King of spades. Black paint is not what we want to see. We want to see red cards like the 4 of diamonds, which is the river. We're going to scoop a massive pot to get our chip stack over the 40,000 chip mark. But we don't get a second to relax because the very next shuffle, we pick up ace queen suited. There's a low jack raised to 800 and the cutoff calls. We're going to 3-bet. We make it 3,000 chips to go. Low jack calls and the cutoff calls. So we're playing a 3-way 3-bet flop, which is gin for us. It's ace queen 4 with 2 clubs. They both check. We bet small for 3,500 and the low jack is going to ship his whole stack for 18,000. The cutoff folds. If he has pocket 4s, he's going to get all my money. We call. He actually has a monster on this flop. He shows king 4 of clubs for a pair plus flush draw. So let's hold. The turn is the queen of hearts. He's dead on the turn. The inconsequential river is the 9 of clubs.
Whoa, he got there! That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
He gets there to make his flush, but it can't beat our full house. We add almost 46,000 chips to the stack, and we're rolling right about now. We have 65,000 chips, about 2.5 starting stacks, and we're feeling really good. We run pretty cold into the dinner break with a few bluff attempts not getting through. So we have about 30 big blinds as we head to the break. I want you guys to note, coming up on the right-hand side of the screen are the payouts. First place, over $47,000. There's 809 entrants to this tournament, which makes it by far the largest field I've ever played in. 103 make the money. It's 129 players left as we head to break, so need to outlast 26 more players in order to secure the min cash of $868, but we're feeling good, and how can we not when on dinner break we grab some chicken with lo mein, really good food at the Borgatta, one of my favorite properties I've ever been to. Let me know in the comments what soda you think I'm drinking here. Definitely needed some caffeine as it is a super long day, but as we near the money, it's gonna be all worth it when we secure that min cash. And we're not just looking for that min cash, we're looking to ladder up, so we will be trying to get involved in some spots when they come up. Coming back to 30 big blinds about, maybe 30 people off the money, maybe a little fewer. Just back from dinner, feeling good. Let's spin it. We come back to about 30 big blinds. If you want to follow along in real time, you can follow our Instagram account at JQPoker. I post all the shorts content that I post on YouTube, plus some live up-to-date actions on tournaments or cash game sessions that I'm playing in the moment. So if you want to stay up to date in real time, you can follow me on there. We pretty much stay out of pots. There's a few large stacks at our table that are putting a lot of pressure on us. And there are a few short stacks. So we chip down to about 150,000 chips, which in level 17 is about 19 big blinds, a little bit less. When this hand, we're in the big blind, and we see a hand that we might just want to get involved with. We peel ace queen off in the big blind. There's a short stack on the button. It folds around to the cutoff, who's a large stack, who decides to min raise and open to 16,000. The button pretty quickly jams for about 9 big blinds effective, and the action's on us. Now, I expect this large stack to be opening very wide from the cutoff and not necessarily have us beat. But with that being said, so close to the money, I'm not sure if I want to commit my whole stack. This all-in is for about half my remaining chips. If I call and the cutoff then moves in behind, I'll probably be priced in, but I want to de-incentivize the cutoff to call with a hand like King Jack, 2 live cards that we are ahead of, but still have plenty of equity. I decide that just flatting would look stronger, so I decide to call. The cutoff was probably opening pretty wide because he pretty quickly snap folds. We're up against red 9s, and we'll have to get lucky. It's a flip, and we don't even have to wait that long. When the window card is the Queen of Hearts, we bank it right on the flop. The turn is clean, and the river looks like a 9, but it's not. We felt our opponent, and we pick up a much needed pot. With our stack replenished, we can breathe a little and relax and wait for cards to come to us. Not having to make any moves or try and win chips. Can pretty comfortably fold as we approach the stone bubble. We get a color up. We get these beautiful red 25,000 chips. And as you can see, level 17, we are on the stone bubble. 104 players left, 103 make the money. There's a lot of tanking, a lot of stalling. It's really bad to be the next player out, so the tournament director decides that we're going to go hand for hand across 11 tables, which means that all the tables play their hands at once. If there is an all-in, that all-in is halted until all the hands are completed. At that time, all the all-ins are run simultaneously. As you can imagine, this takes a long time, probably about 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes of hand-for-hand play. There's a bunch of all-ins and a bunch of survivals and doubles by short stacks. It's agonizing, as you can see here, waiting for a very long time until there's rumors that it might have happened.
All right, players, congratulations. You are all in the money.
Let's go.
Taylor, go ahead and...
We are in the money. Cause for celebration, but not too much. As you can see here, the first pay jump is in 87th. That's only 16 players away. And a tip that Nick Petrangelo preaches is to tank not only on the bubble, but slightly after the bubble bursts, because there are some 5 big blind stacks that have been playing super tight, waiting for the bubble to burst, that can't wait to jam their 5 bigs with any Broadway cards that they see. So we do this, we take our time, and pretty quickly, there's about 80 players left when we pick up our next hand. We have made the money and secured a ladder by avoiding tough spots and staying patient, but now it's time for us to start accumulating some chips. Our stack has dwindled down to less than 12 big blinds when we peel King 10 offsuit under the gun. We're about to hit the blinds and pay about 25% of our stack. So 2 Broadway cards kinda looks like the nuts right now. Off of 11 blinds, I don't know if min raising is really the play. I just think it stinks when the big blind defends and we whiff a flop with such a short stack. So I decided that the best play is to stick all of our chips in. We get some good news when it quickly folds around to the small blind who asks for a count. He's also fairly short and looks kind of distressed, but eventually he lays it down. The big blind snap calls us and turns over pocket nines. It's a race again. Let's go to a run out.
Wow. I'll take the river. Is
The river
good.
one?
Yeah, the river is good. Yeah. Thanks, man. Better to be lucky than good.
We hit not only the turn, but the overkill river as well. We see other tables breaking and everybody shaking, but we're staying alive, staying alive. We're staying alive in this tournament. With that win, we can fold our way into another pay jump and all the way down to 42 players. The next ladder is at 38, so we definitely have an eye on that, but we have to keep an eye on our stack as well. It's dwindled down to 152,000, with blinds at 8,000, 16,000. That's less than 10 big blinds, so we have to pick some spots to try and spin up our stack. And we think we found one when we peel pocket 4s in the cutoff. It folds around to us. Now, if we're playing pure chip EV, this is a shove. You can see this chart here from Upswing Poker, how we play with 10 big blinds from the cutoff and button. Pocket 4s falls within this all-in range, but with an eye on the pay jump, I do want to be mindful of stack sizes, but we are getting pretty short. With the levels about to go up, we're about to pay a significant portion of our stack into the blinds and antes, and I don't want to get so short that we have no fold equity. 10 big blinds, while not the largest stack, still can get some folds. We only cover one player at the table, she's on the button. 10 big blinds is still a lot for the blinds to call off. Typically, like I said, playing chip EV, I'd be going all in here, but with the ICM pressure of the pay jump, I do a little nuanced trick that you can do in multi-table tournaments under ICM pressure. I raise to 136,000, leaving myself one big blind behind. The rationale behind this is that 136 and 152 is effectively the same, so it will generate the same amount of folds as people's ranges will be inelastic here. However, if we do get called or even raised all in, we can then take our time, tank, consider our options while we wait to hopefully secure the pay ladder. So we raise to 136,000 and the button quickly ships her stack in. The blinds get out of the way. We're hoping our baby pair is flipping, but unfortunately we see that she has the mommy pair. She has pocket queens. We're gonna need some help in a major way. Luckily, we're still not at risk, but we're risking about half our stack here, so this is a very important flip. Let's go to a run out. The flop is 3-6-7 with 2 diamonds. Actually a really good flop for us. We pick up a gut shot and backdoor flush draw. We have 6 outs, 2 times. Let's go to the turn. The turn is the king of spades, bringing an end to our backdoor flush opportunities. We have 6 outs once. 12% of the time we'll get there, but 82% of the time we'll be left with crumbs. Let's go to the river. The river is the 10 of diamonds. We brick it. We're left with slightly over 5 bigs, and we're about to hit the blinds. So it's not looking too good. Quick shout out to Caitlin for this footage. Thank you so much. Very good player, very fun to be at the table with. She makes great content on YouTube and Instagram. Go check her out. I'll link in the description. While I do appreciate her sending me over the footage, I don't appreciate her taking half my stack. We're down to crumbs, and it seems like with another player busting, we might just have enough chips to squeak through the pay jump, and luckily we do, as 2 more players get eliminated, and with 35 players left, my table breaks as we're down to the final 4 tables. While it is exciting to near a final table with another elimination, we only have 2.5 big blinds, so when we peel king queen offsuit in middle position and there's an under the gun shove for 6 big blinds effective, we can't pass on this one. It's time to either double up or die trying. We stick it in, hoping to be flipping. And we are. As we turn the cards over, we see we're up against ace 6 offsuit. Off to a run out for our tournament life. The flop comes out, and it has some paint on it, but unfortunately it's the jack of hearts. We turn an open-ended straight draw with a 10 of clubs, but none of our 13 outs hit the river. We are felted. Nice hand. GG's. Time to collect our pay slip.
All right, just finished up a long, grueling session today. We were in for $400 in the tournament, out for $1,400, so pretty big boost to the bankroll there. But 34th out of 809 entrants, that's top. I want to say 4% off the top of my head. I don't know, I'll do the math, it'll be up here. But great day, ran good. I got some hands for you guys that I'll show, and yeah.
When we look at the recap for the week, we got torched up at Chasers, but won a bit of it back in a cash game session played later in the week, so net down $271 in cash. Our gross take home from tournaments was $1,400, but when you factor in the buy-in and the fact that I sold some action, net we pocket $790. That brings our total for the week up to plus $519. That brings our bankroll up to $3,265, 3 weeks straight of profiting. However, we're not quite on pace to reach 10K in our time frame, so we'll have to kick it up a notch. There's still plenty of time, and crazier things have happened. Thank you for watching.